So now I'm going to talk about a scalping strategy. I am using Nifty for example, and I've added the EMA. Let me show you the settings also. So this is the normal EMA, 7 EMA. You can use 5 EMA also. So depending on whatever suits you, you can use either 7 or 5 EMA. And on a 5-minute time frame, essentially what I know, right, we know that the moving averages act like a very strong magnet. Okay, so what that means is when the stock goes far from the moving average, it tends to come and touch it. So you would notice this keeps happening. If it goes too far from it, it will try to touch it, and this especially happens in the first half an hour to 1 hour. In the first half an hour to 1 hour, because once the initial momentum dies out, there's a chance that it will come and touch our EMA. So essentially what we want to do here is we are looking, so we will ignore the first candle because the first candle is generally a pretty big candle. So from the second candle onwards, what we are looking for is if the stock is going up, if the stock is going up, what we want is we want a candle. So from the second candle, we want a candle which does not touch the moving average. Okay, so this becomes my initial entry point. This becomes my initial entry point, but we can see here, so I'm going to sell here because if it's going up, I am expecting the market will come down and touch moving average, so I'm going to sell here. But once the third candle comes, you can see that I'm getting a better entry now, right? Because I'm getting a better entry, a little better entry here. So I will shift my entry point to here. Similarly, I will shift my entry point to here. So I will keep shifting my entry point till I get an entry. You will notice that I will actually get an entry here. This is where I actually sell Nifty. So this is my entry price. I will keep a stop loss of the swing high. So whatever is a swing high, so this becomes my stop loss, and I will go for at least 1:3 or 1:4 trade. At least 1:3 or 1:4 trade, and you will notice that we got a good exit here. And as I said, I would only take the strategy in the first 1 hour. After 1 hour, I would not trade the strategy because then the market can become really choppy. So this is only a scalping strategy which I will do in the first 1 hour only. So let's take a couple more examples. If you see here, again, the first candle is pretty big, so we will anyway ignore it. Second candle is above the moving average, so I will sell here. I will keep the stop loss as this one because the first candle I'm totally ignoring, so this becomes my stop loss. And again, you can see that an easy 1:3 profit, in the first half an hour only. Let's take few more examples. Okay, see this one. In this case, you will notice that the first candle we are ignoring. The second candle has touched the moving average, so we can't trade based on this. The third candle has again touched the moving average, so I cannot trade based on this. But now I can get an entry, so I will actually get an entry here, the selling entry, with this as the swing high as a stop loss, and again an easy target of 1:3, right? So this is basically what we're trying to do, is we're using the fact that moving averages act as magnet, and once the first few minutes of volatility dies down, it tends to come back to the mean, right? So that is what we're trying to trade. Let's try to see one more example, or we can check it on Bank Nifty also. So let me add Bank Nifty here and see if we can do it. Okay, a similar trade is happening here. As you can see, I will get a sell trade here. With this as the stop loss and an easy profit. Let's take a few more examples. So this is a stop loss trade. Because I would have taken the sell trade here and it would have hit my stop loss here, right? So this was a stop loss trade. Let's see one last example. But important thing to note is that I will only take the trade in the first half an hour or first 1 hour. See here, again I'm getting the selling trade here, with this as a stop loss, and an easy 1:2 or 1:3 target here, right? So this is how I would scalp the initial movement of Nifty, Bank Nifty, using the moving average strategy.